I'm not in the woods, I'm in my back garden, and I'm here to show you my homemade petrol winch. Can you guess what it is? It was originally a 20-inch heavy duty lawnmower, which I stripped down and mounted on the trailer using some angle iron. You'll recognise the trailer, which I also use for moving logs around in the forest. The engine's a 5 horsepower 4-stroke Kawasaki, on-off switch, kill switch. It has a diaphragm carburetor, which means you can actually run the engine tilted up at a ridiculous angle. I haven't actually changed anything on the original mower. I repositioned the clutch and the throttle controls. I just moved these here for easier access. This is the actual clutch assembly. I had to replace 2 of these clutch plates. It cost about £20 each. It was probably the most expensive thing on it. This was originally the front roller, which I moved to the back to make sure that this cable doesn't catch on this support beam. And release the clutch. The engine gears down quite a bit before it reaches the final drive. The final drive, the cable drum was actually the rear roller, which is connected to the engine by a set of gears. My shed. There we go. You can see the engine revs are geared down quite a bit. We don't want the cable drum spinning too quickly. It's actually very torquey. You can just spin this by hand. You can see how the gearing works. These are the original gears and chains. I just had to give it all a good clean, and it still works fine. To release the cable drum, pop this cog off. The cable drum was actually the rear roller, and all I did was I just cut the cover off it, and it left me with a perfect cable drum. Once you pop the cog off, it free spools. I may rig up some sort of spring release system for this in the future. Because this isn't under tension, you can see what happens. The cable, the memory in the cable, it tries to spring itself off. A hook on the end there. So just give me a few minutes. Tighten this up. 8mm steel cable. I think there's actually about 100 meters of cable. Or was it 100 yards? Can't remember. A lot of cable on here. When you're pulling this out and you're actually using it, it doesn't spring off as much. We refit the sprocket. There's a keyway which slides into it. Normally I do this from the side, but I'm trying not to block the camera, so I'm doing it by feel. Got a set of teeth which need to engage. It's easier if you can see what you're doing. There we go.